बनेंगे। हमने निर्णय लिया है कि आपसी व्यापार को गति देने के लिए द्विपक्षीय कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव इकोनॉमिक कोऑपरेशन एग्रीमेंट और आसियान के हमारे फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट का समयबद्ध तरीके से रिव्यू किया जाएगा। भारत और सिंगापुर के रिश्तों में हमारे राज्य भी अहम हिस्सेदार होंगे। जनवरी में जब राष्ट्रपति थर्मन भारत यात्रा पर आए थे तो वे ओडिशा भी गए थे। पिछले एक साल में ओडिशा, तेलंगाना, आसाम और आंध्र प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री सिंगापुर जा चुके हैं। गुजरात का गिफ्ट सिटी हमारे स्टॉक मार्केट को जोड़ने का एक और नया सेतु बना है। फ्रेंड, पिछले साल हुए सेमीकंडक्टर इकोसिस्टम पार्टनरशिप समझौते ने रिसर्च और डेवलपमेंट को भी नई दिशा दी है। सेमिकॉन इंडिया कॉन्फ्रेंस में सिंगापुर की कंपनियों उनका बढ़ चढ़ करके हिस्सा लेना ये अपने आप में बहुत बड़ी बात थी। चेन्नई में सिंगापुर का एक नेशनल सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस फॉर स्किलिंग स्थापित करने में सहयोग देगा। यह सेंटर एडवांस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के क्षेत्र में स्किल्ड मैन पावर तैयार करेगा। फ्रेंड्स, टेक्नोलॉजी और इनोवेशन हमारी साझेदारी के मजबूत स्तंभ है। हमने तय किया है कि एआई, क्वांटम और अन्य डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी में सहयोग को बढ़ाया जाएगा। आज स्पेस सेक्टर में हुए समझौते से अंतरिक्ष विज्ञान क्षेत्र सहयोग में एक नया अध्याय जुड़ रहा है। हमने निर्णय लिया है कि हमारे युवाओं को उनके टैलेंट को जोड़ने के लिए इस साल के अंत में इंडिया सिंगापुर हैकाथॉन का अगला राउंड किया जाएगा। यूपीआई और पे नाउ हमारे डिजिटल कनेक्टिविटी के सफल उदाहरण है और ये प्रसन्नता का विषय है कि इसमें 13 नए भारतीय बैंक जुड़े हैं। आज ग्रीन एंड डिजिटल शिपिंग कॉरिडोर्स के लिए हुए समझौते से मैरीटाइम सेक्टर में ग्रीन फ्यूल सप्लाई चेन और डिजिटल पोर्ट क्लियरेंस को बल मिलेगा। भारत अपने पोर्ट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के विकास में तेजी से काम कर रहा है। इसमें सिंगापुर का अनुभव अत्यंत उपयोगी है। आज हमने सिंगापुर की कंपनी एसपीए इंटरनेशनल द्वारा विकसित भारत मुंबई कंटेनर टर्मिनल फेज 2 का उद्घाटन किया। यह हमारे कंटेनर हैंडलिंग की क्षमता को और बढ़ाएगा। फ्रेंड, सिंगापुर हमारी एक्ट ईस्ट पॉलिसी का एक महत्वपूर्ण स्तंभ है। हम आसियान के साथ सहयोग और इंडो पैसिफिक क्षेत्र में शांति और स्थिरता के ज्वाइंट विजन को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए मिलकर काम करते रहेंगे। आतंकवाद को लेकर हमारी समान चिंताएं हैं। हम मानते हैं कि आतंकवाद के खिलाफ एकजुटता से लड़ना सभी मानवतावादी देशों का कर्तव्य है। पहलगाम में हुए आतंकवादी हमले के बाद भारत के लोगों के प्रति संवेदना और आतंकवाद के खिलाफ हमारी लड़ाई में समर्थन के लिए मैं प्रधानमंत्री वांग और सिंगापुर सरकार का आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। एक्सेलेंसी, आवर रिलेशंस go far beyond diplomacy. This is a partnership with purpose, rooted in shared values, guided by mutual interest and driven by a common vision for peace, progress and prosperity. हमारी इस भागीदारी में आपकी निजी प्रतिबद्धता के लिए मैं आपका आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। Thank you.
All right, so you heard Prime Minister Narendra Modi there talk about shared interests between India and Singapore. The Prime Minister said that relationship between India and Singapore goes beyond diplomacy. He also mentioned the Pahalgam terror attack and thanked the Prime Minister of Singapore, thanked the country for their support in this fight against terrorism. Let's go across to my colleague Srinjoy Chaudhary joining us in the broadcast with more details on not just the significance, of course, of the ties strengthening, the memorandums of understanding being signed between both countries, with a mention of terrorism. Srinjoy.
Yes, first of all, terrorism. The fact that Singapore and that most countries of the world have supported India on Pahalgam is something that must be remembered. And the government of Singapore made it very clear that they are with us in this fight against terrorism. That's really the first thing. Singapore is also an economic powerhouse. That must be kept in mind. And the fact that the Singaporeans are working with India on infrastructure issues is also very important. Singapore also has a strong percentage of people of Indian origin.
Yeah, accounting for around a quarter of India's foreign direct investment inflows. And our cooperation now spans a wide and diverse range of fields. Last year, PM Modi and I agreed to elevate relations to a comprehensive strategic partnership, or a CSP. This morning, we had fruitful discussions on how we can take this CSP forward. The Prime Minister has highlighted quite a number of areas, and I will reiterate a few of them. First, Singapore will continue to support India's skills development journey. We are honored to accept India's invitation to be a global partner for the National Center of Excellence in Chennai, which will focus on advanced manufacturing. We will also collaborate with India to set up state-level skills centers to meet industry needs in sectors like aviation, maintenance, repair and overhaul, and semiconductors. Second, we will expand cooperation in manufacturing and industrial development. Singapore companies are keen to develop sustainable industrial parks in India to support India's manufacturing ambitions. At the same time, we will deepen collaboration in semiconductors, not just in skills training, but also in R&D, supply chains, and logistics. And these efforts will generate new growth opportunities for both our countries. Third, we will strengthen connectivity across the air, sea, and digital domains. This morning, we exchanged an MoU on cooperation in training, research, and development in civil aviation. This will support the growth of our aviation sectors, facilitate trade and tourism, and create more commercial opportunities. On the maritime side, we just launched Phase 2 of PSA's Bharat Mumbai Container Terminal in Navi Mumbai, which will become India's largest standalone container terminal. And beyond physical links, we are also enhancing digital connectivity between our financial systems. Our central banks have exchanged an MoU on digital asset innovation, and we are discussing ways to further enhance cross-border data flows and capital market linkages, including through regulatory sandboxes that would allow us to test bed new innovations. Fourth, we will expand cooperation in frontier areas like space. To date, more than 20 Singapore-made satellites have been launched by India. Through the MoU on promoting collaboration in the space sector, we will broaden this partnership and push the boundaries of what we can achieve together. Finally, Prime Minister Modi and I reaffirmed that people-to-people ties remain the bedrock of our relationship. We agreed to enhance exchanges, including through closer civil service cooperation. All of these initiatives reflect the breadth and depth of our CSP. And to guide our efforts, PM Modi and I have also agreed on a roadmap, an ambitious and detailed roadmap to chart the next phase of our relationship. In a world marked by great uncertainty and turbulence, the partnership between India and Singapore becomes even more important, because this is a partnership rooted in shared values, mutual respect, and a deep reservoir of trust. We can draw strength from our shared history and the friendship and trust between our peoples. And together we can strengthen resilience, seize new opportunities, and contribute to stability and growth in our region and beyond. So I look forward to working hand in hand with Prime Minister Modi to bring the Singapore-India partnership to even greater heights in the years ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. That concludes the press statement.
Srinjoy Chaudhary continues to be with us. Srinjoy, we just heard the Prime Minister of Singapore, Lawrence Wong, talk about his visit to India. He says this is also to celebrate 60 years of close and enduring friendship between the two countries.
Yes, undoubtedly. Singapore is a country, a small country, not even 10 million people, but it is a developed country. And it has great advantages in areas like shipping, like infrastructure, these containers ports that Singapore and India are working on in Navi Mumbai. All of that will help India's economic endeavor. It will increase India's growth. It will make India a more efficient country. Besides, Singapore is very good with digital ideas. And the fact that organizations like FACT are owned by an Indian in Singapore are doing as well as they are is a suggestion that Singapore and India can and will work very closely together and very successfully at that. So that's really the important point here, that these two countries have a lot in common. And not only do they have a lot in common, they want to work together. And you saw, it's not just economic issues, it's not just infrastructural issues. Singapore and India agree on fundamental issues like terrorism. And that is a huge plus, because Singapore is a successful ASEAN country, and as it was said, that it is part of our Look East, Act East policy efforts.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Srinjoy, for getting us the details, for putting things into perspective.